for TSM. They're trying to fling their way back towards the B site, and it's just Juliana here to hold on. It looks like they're going to try and play retake, or at least that they suspect that it could be an A play, but with that dart, the initiation's up, and the B site should be practically free. Juliana trying to take some shots on the cross, but they'll take the site, so a 4v4 retake on the cards.
Spike is going to get planted, as that retake is going to be interesting. I think the post plant here might be a little bit difficult for TSM as everyone is stuck in the site. And I do believe that's why we see our Jet and Sova here getting ready to get some entry frag. You don't want to get crushed from both lane here in a 4 versus 4. That recondo bringing a lot of intel for Dig. And there it is. The retake is happening.
Yeah, Emily finds the opening, and Thea, she's trying to fight her way in, and Dig actually finds 2 frags. Now from the boathouse, the TSM players are swinging out, but there's just one left standing. Kath, she's so low, and Rain will take care of her. That's a clinical retake up from Dig.
Yeah, this is what I was fearing, Mimi. They didn't have a lot of maps, but so far, I have to say, we talked about how maybe TSM is going to be a little more puggy, and they are giving us that style here. We have 4 players of them in A main, and they're going to utilize kind of 1 or 2 utilities to try to get in, entering with MLE's Jet, but getting killed right away by Milk and Emily, holding down the fort pretty well here, Mimi.
The remainder of the TSM team was second off by pushing up. She has tree room, but the shock dart finds Ari. The timing on this is going to be interesting. Athena in close finds the frag onto Rain. A swing out almost a second, but Sholiana finds it instead. Now it's just Zoe stuck in main. She has HP to work with, but no blinds. Her utility mostly spent. The last piece will come out. With 10 seconds, she's forced into it if she even does want to commit. And I mean, with this time left, what can she even do here? Maybe get a frag and hopefully just hold on to a rifle.
Yeah, they were doing so much work with the economy onto Dig, so if she could potentially get one more A.
Yeah, I think Ari's dart cover there was super crucial, and that it cut them off from the rest of the team. And with that, it's a super tough situation for TSM to be in. Emily has the Blade Storm, but Sholiana's spamming away with her Odin. Will pick up 1, and now here comes the pinch out. Blind is good, but the Paranoia replies. So both Blades thus far have not found a scalp. However, Milk, she's trying to double down. The Jet duel happens, and Milk wins it, but she can't hit the second shot. So TSM, they find 2 back into it, and they're picking up frags across the board. Now, B-site, that is compromised, and Emily, she's blinded out, but can dismiss away. So this is into a 2v2 now in the retake staff.
Good kill by Emily. I think that was crucial. A little bit of overstaying here from TSM. After being outnumbered, it's all going to be in the ends of that. Revolver onto Ari. She's going pretty aggro here, but she's going to get some intel with that recon. Dig taking their time into market. That bot here going to support their entry, knowing that there's no one to be found. But Mimi, I don't know where this round is going to go right now.
Yeah, Hunter's Fury is still in play, and now Kath reveals her position. One still holding in close behind the green box, and Ari peeks at the right time for 2 frags.
Site cat kind of area.
Yeah, I mean, I think Milk has done a really good job defending this spot, and the way they play it is that they're just swinging out and fighting once the control is already lost. Emily, she's just doing it again. 1 frag, but Zoe has the refrag with that Sheriff. Now, Killjoy lockdown initiates the site. They dismiss away towards the Hell area, and they should pop, but Reyna's still fighting. That's Emily on the site, still going, and she'll dismiss away, but does get detained in the end. Still, she hasn't been killed, and Ari has. Emily finally finds the jailed Emily, and she will be fixed up in due time as well. Dignity
shows her position. Unfortunately for her, cannot connect with the kill, and this is gonna be a little more difficult for Dig's defense as Juliana gets the kill with the shock dart, but gets crushed from B main. That alt breach coming in. Andy and TSM is taking that B bomb site.
Yeah, Rain finds one on her way onto the scene. Emily now from Market has a player in close, not expecting it. Ari for 1, swinging out a second frag, a 3rd opportunity, but Rain's behind. Now, Rain left her own devices and can't find the 1. Emily picks it up a little bit, and TSM, they'll find 2 over towards Link. Here comes actually a shock dart that could do great damage, and it will kill Ari. That's perfect from Sholiana. Beautiful that we got to catch that as well. Sholiana, the killer with the darts, is now available, and an operator frag for Milky before TSM even get any bullets out of the gate. 2 players already lost here.
You should run.
Yeah, and I think this is really a dig strength to be able to do these plays where they use their utility to their advantage. Something that TSM is, hasn't shown so far that they can do. They're relying a lot on the raw skill and the aim, and it's been working for at least 4 rounds, but not this time, as Cat is gonna fall. Bringing to the score. We're gonna see that recon bolt here. Maybe we're gonna attack with that fault line, and we're coming in as TSM is taking the speed bomb site.
Yeah, this is again a site that they're taking really well, and the executions have been great. They've occasionally struggled in the post punt. Here, they have even odds Blade Storm available for TSM, and Milky might want to use that. Retaking with the op can be tough, but she's making it work for one frag there onto Zoe. The updraft up, and the Silver Drone will start to initiate some of this space. Now it's Emily trading back into it, still being a factor from the back lines. And now Milk up top, ready with the op. So many of these TSM players tucked away, awaiting the take. The Silver Recon Bolt is up. They can spam off of that, but they won't elect to. Still, every second here favors TSM. Out will come Milk, and the shot misses. Emily finds 3. Athena in the back line, still kicking, and TSM.
Initial game onto Stream B, Dig and TSM 6-6. So let's see what they're gonna do with that aiming push here.
Yeah, Emily's up really quick, but the blinds don't connect onto Milky, so she finds 1. Emily dies, and Milky actually trying to double down damage. It goes both ways, and both Zoe and her will fall away. And look at this, as soon as they saw that push towards A main, they were ready. They knew mid would be weakened, so they're pushing up and splitting into B. Athena in the dark cover wants to spam away, get some damage. She'll connect to 1 shot. Not going to do too much more. So Dignitas will take that site control. The TSM, they're tasked with a retake, but ooh, nice adjustment there from Ari to bring it back onto a 4-on-4. But 2 of these TSM players, kind of the walking wounded stuff.
Yeah, and this is where we can see exactly the power of TSM executing and being really on point. But once again, they're kind of all stuck in the bomb site in that retake, so it could be really difficult for Dig to keep control of it. So here we are, TSM, Ari jumping in, trying to trade some kills, and Juliana is going to be the only person available. Everybody else is in the back of that bomb site. Can Tia get more than 1 kill here? No, she's gonna get killed by Kat, and Zoe is gonna finish this with Rain. Do we have enough time for a defuse?
Just barely. Half a second on the board.
A lot of defender here at A, and they're ready for a push. I wonder if we're gonna utilize Breach's flash and kind of peek in. There it is, MLE. Whew. Getting the double without even losing a single HP here with that A main pick. But Dig is not backing down. They are still willing to fight that bump site, but I think it's going to be really difficult for them to get into it.
Yeah, it is, and they'll find 1 frag from Juliana, but Emily and Kat,
all 4 of TSM's player are pushed toward that side. Only Breach is towards Catwalk, but Dig doesn't even want to fight it.
Yeah, normally in this situation, you'd want to pressure back towards A to know that there's the aggression there. But because Zoe's still in this position, she could rotate A main with the Judge. This is a position that I've seen her do things before with. Rain has the paranoia up. And I'm not sure if she expects him out on site quite yet, but now she will know. Zoe actually getting body blocked by the drone and dancing away before her toes can get shot. Thea brings that plant down, and Rain finds 1, so now better odds for the Dignitas girls. But still, the retake's ready. Emily has her blades, but the updrafts are gone. Athena finds 1, just peeking out onto Thea. The lockdown comes into play. They do have the Hunter's Fury, so they can nullify this if they need to. And here it will come. Hunter's Fury going to destroy the Killjoy lockdown, but that means it won't be available in the post plant. Emily into hell finds that trade. Up onto the site. Now it's a 2v2, but the time is so low. So he's going to push with this Judge. And oh no, she dropped it. Doesn't have a gun, doesn't have anything. And Emily finds it half, but Rain for 3.
A little bit of a mishap, but I'm not
towards B. So Dignitas, they want a free pick. They want to try to work for this default. But the way TSM plays, they don't really give anything away. Here comes Milk, though, dashing on up into sight, but she doesn't see Emily back behind Dice. From the shadows for Rain onto the site, and Emily joins her. This was the plan all along, but the issue is they have a disadvantage in terms of players.
Once again, they're super totaled up into the site. Only our friend towards middle, Juliana, has any kind of outsider presence and she's gonna get spotted, but I don't think she's gonna be able to do much here as the rest of TSM is already ready for the retake. They're ready to put that pressure, and they're gonna be faced though this time for the first time by some dig abilities and utilities here.
Yeah, spam out TSM. That is Emily for 3 on the site. It just Sholiana now in this 1v1. She has shock darts ready for the spike. There's not a lot of time for Emily to work with the shock darts coming. She knows she needs to get this half and get away, but she dashes, but there's just not enough time for TSM. Dignitas should play up from Zoe and Emily, so they're trapped into an A committal here. They want to fight to get rid of this lockdown, charging through the utility. Emily takes damage and falls too at the hands of Athena. Now this flank fight coming in. They have to get rid of this lockdown, but they're all going to get detained. That's 2 players down, and Zoe finds them. Rain still in main, trying to fight this off. And she'll soon be found by a large number of players. Athena picks it up, and Sholiana, she's forced to hold on to her weaponry here. TSM, they make it flawless.
Yeah, and something I'm going to have to mention here while we watch Sholiana try to save her weapon is I've rarely seen Dig in that situation where they seem
a bit of a default play from Dignitas. Look where Kath is pushing up. Sholiana's here. A Silva deal could decide the round, and Sholiana will win it. That's huge, but the trade potential is there, and that's even more important for TSM that Athena finds the trade back.
Yeah, I'm disappointed from Cats falling here as they are in the lead. She didn't really need to make a move like that, but like you mentioned, that trade coming in from Athena is going to do wonders, but there's no one in B for TSM, so we're definitely going on a retake here as Dig is getting ready to take that bomb side. Will Athena try to get a cheesy kill like she's done prior into this game? Running out of the dark cover, she's able to gather so much intel, but Rain here is in a situation to potentially either get killed or get that kill onto Athena, but Athena knows, guys.
She's ready for this. She needs the frag for TSM, and she gets it. That's Milk taken care of. Now it's just 2 Dignitas players on the site. The blind's up, and Thea for 1. Into this 3-on-3. Now the blind's good into the backside players. They're still not able to see Athena for 1. Traded out, and now it's into this 1 versus 1. Ari versus Thea. 2 bullets to work with, and she can't find it. Now onto another weapon, and gets it through the wall, but is there enough time? I think there is.
I think there is, Mimi. We're going to see TSM at match point here, putting 12 onto the scoreboard. What a chaotic retake. I have to...
The lockdown available this time. Nothing for Dignitas besides the From the Shadows. They'll recover with the Alt Orb, and up quickly, Emily looking for a fight. She finds one. Emily wants to trade back into this a little bit more. Thus far, it'll still be Dignitas holding that as advantage as they work their way over towards the A side of things.
Yeah, and there's a lot of players from Dig that are kind of wanting to tease that A control. But TSM has so much aggression here. Tia, though, is going to kill Ari pushed in mid. Ari, remember, was a key player on that retake last time. So let's see if TSM is able to win that 3 versus 5 without 2 of their players. Kat here making a case for her team, getting the first kill. But Rain here really struggling to get that Cat player down. So we have 2 kills out of Cat. Athena connecting with another one. This is a new round, Mimi. A 2v2. Spike planted.
Yeah, Spike down. They're holding from the lane and through the wall. Emily finds it. Now it's just 1 player left. Milky, she has to make this work. Wants to go for the spam. But the Spike is already taking away, already getting held on to. She has it half. Milk has to take the fight here, has to get her off, but she'll hold it down. She'll sight. Zoe ready with the paranoia here. The dark cover will keep her at bay for a moment. That reveals the intentions of Dignitas, and we see that a flank is starting to come through as well.
That Spike is gonna get planted. We're gonna see a 5 versus 5 retake onto this pistol. Who's gonna fall first here? It's gonna be Tia, but gets traded right away. Good entry frags here from TSM as they're taking control of that garage. But Sholiana showing how important she was in these clutches situation in the last match as Milk pushes out of that back cover. She gets 2 kills. Can she close this up with the 3rd? No, it's all gonna be in that 1 versus 2. Emily versus the world. Can she get that round for team Emily versus Emily? We didn't talk about this in the first game, but this is of that middle and just waiting to see if we're going to see a garage split here.
Yeah, it looks like a possibility. Again, they're aggressing up towards A, and Emily peeks out for one, but elsewhere, Dignitas, they're finding space into garage. Athena here to hold on. Good for one, still falling away, and still making herself a nuisance to this execution of Dignitas. Remember's alive, they'll take command of the site. The spike should come down scot-free, but look where TSM is. They're already postured, already ready to work back in on this retake. And the Dignitas players, for now, they're making their way towards long. Out comes CSM, though, pushing in quickly. They're finding the initial frag. The remaining players in long. Only one shock dart for Sholiana to do work with. It could delay for a moment, but they're not even trying to hold on to this. It's not planted where she thinks it is. Sholiana finds one, runs out of ammunition. Emelite's up on the flank, actually finds two. The cat's holding, and there's just no time for Emelite to find it, despite the frag she picks up. I love going aggressive here. They use the Hunter's Fury, but cat's aiming a bit too high to find anything connecting. And Dignitas are very good at choosing where to engage when they feel out the aggression of TSM. And that's what makes Haven such a troublesome map to deal with for some teams, but they're working well. Athena finds one. She's looking for another shot, gets it, tapping away, and Ari finds one of her own. Just one player on the site now. The spike sectored off, and Rain is taken care of. So Sholiana, she's left to her own devices, a 1 versus 5 to work with, and she'll soon find an adversary. That's Ari in close. Who will peek in first? Ari just holding the line. Bait up from Kath. And Sholiana is still creeping her way ever slowly towards this mid window.
Impressive round here coming out of Athena. I have to commend her. That was a beautiful ult because Dig did everything perfectly as Sholiana. I'm excited to see her jet in action and see if she can capitalize on her investment here as Dignitas is getting ready. She gets blinded and she just dashes away. So we're not going to see it right away as Sholiana is going to get the first kill onto Zoe using the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, this is a very good round now for Dignitas. They posture themselves well to take it. Emily is forced to retake the operator and support the team. Shock dart in, actually gonna miss. No damage connecting. Ari though, ready. TSM all from this area, and look where Cypher is. That's a flank, a possibility. Emily finds one, still alive on the site, and Dignitas, they're finding the necessary picks. Emily's alone. She wants to keep the op, but Thea confirms it with the flank.
Pretty clean round here out of Dignitas. They denied tripwires here in place. So Dig is gonna have to break it if they want to get in. They're gonna have a free bump site here as TSM is playing really passive this round, going for a retake.
Yeah, they are. They have the player in heaven still. Cypher, actually not the cam in play any longer. Hot Hands will clear out that close graffiti position. The retake will start to come into swing. Recon reveals one, and here comes the utility raining out. Emily spams down, but Milky's on the flank, finds the first frag, looking for some more, but cannot do it. Now 3-on-1, it's just Sholiana, and Emily's on top of things.
Wow, TSM can really do it all right now in the server. This is the first time that they played that passive, and they
like the call because they've conditioned them to not be ready for this. And Athena is playing retake, run it back for TSM on Ari. The rotates start to come through. The Cypher though, that's on the lurk towards mid and might just get caught off guard. But on the site, Ari's off Dig, picking things up, but Ari's still good for one with the run it back. Emily now has the Empress available to fight into the site. Nari, it's another life, just one blind to work with, and there's also a Hunter's Fury in the picture. This is so much for them to contend with. Now Ari, ready to push out. Hot Hand, swing from in close. It's dealt with, still TSM. They're finding this into a 2-on-2. Flank still a factor, one towards long. Hunter's Fury now is available, and the timing is nice. She's trying to hold on to this for half, but she dies on the spike. Emily has to hold, has to get through. There's just not enough time. There's nothing they can do. It's again a 6-6 half step.
And we're going to see a fast action pace fake here towards A as a lot of the TSM players are committing there, but our spike is still into spawn.
It could get felled here in middle, and she's trying to make it across into A. Emily wants to charge into heaven, but Thea still controls that ground. Now it's a bit of a deadlock. Spike's still not on the scene, and everyone's beginning to rotate over for the fight. Thea trying to peek out, but great shot from Athena to pick her up in due order. Flank being held, so that's not an opportunity for Dignitas. They have to make this work, all from one position. There'll be a recon to work back in on the retake. You see Ari, she's ready for it. They're just going in dry, sending it in. Ari right-clicking away, finding all the frags for TSM.
TSM really stuck.
They have in play to grab this ultimate ability, so that's the run it back available. This opens up a lot of chances for TSM, and she will begin the run it back onto the C site. Rain, great paranoia, but not enough. Doesn't blind the run it back, and Ari is still creating space. Thea on the site though finds two, almost a third, but Kath has a good trade. Look at this, the spike. It's not coming onto the site. They can rotate if they want. TSM, they're in control here.
They're in control. They grab that garage area, and as Milk gets traded towards spawn, it's all in the hands of one player here. Sholiana gets 2 kills back to back. It's actually 2 players. We also have Emily onto the Dig side. How did this map and this round swap so much into Dig's favor here? Zoe in a 1 versus 2, and she has some intel. She knows the Sova Emily is in connector, and she's gonna get flanked. Sova Sholiana is in connector, and she's gonna get flanked from Emily at long. Excuse me, Mimi, as I unscramble my thoughts. Dig looking great. I have to give props to Sholiana here, getting explode out at C. Or Jet Emily is already in the site, and we're gonna have a free C bomb site as the spike get planted. 5 versus 5 retake, Mimi. This is getting spicy.
Dignitas need this round. They want this round. Ready to try and take it. The first chance is given to Rain. There's immediately a trade from Kath. Emily now again, she's working this flank, but look where Zoe is. She has a counter flank into these garage players, and when she jumps on them, this could be so crucial. Tripwire still in her face, but she can break that, push through, take the fight. Dignitas, though, they're on the site, and now they know where Zoe is. They know where TSM is sitting. Shock darts could be a factor. So is that Hunter's Fury. Gets him off the spike. Should connect the kill. And Zoe felt like she did practically everything there with that flank step.
She did so much work. And
a lot of people probably saw making a pretty good run in the tournament, getting knocked down to the lower bracket on their opening game. They need to fix this quickly if they want to take us to that third map. And TSM, they're not they're not producing too many opportunities for Dignitas to do that. Again, she has her lurk towards A. The Tripwire will keep her at bay for the moment, but it probably has to be another retake for Dignitas here.
I like that little lurk, as you mentioned here, as Athena is going to take control with the rest of her team into that A-bomb site. We still have Emily here making some action happen towards mid, but she's going to fall. I wish that after getting that kill, she stayed alive, but that 4 versus 4 retake, not a lot of utilities here in action out of Dig. We're gonna see a paranoia, but not connected with the kill here, as Zoe is able to kill 1. Rain gets the double, the triple. Let me just say that it's all in the hands of Cat. Cat as Hunter Fury. She is good for 1, but can she get
this could kill
second?
too.
I like that pause.
Oh, Kath now in a tough spot. They're holding down on the spike. She has no shock darts, has to take the fight, and Emily is ready for it. And speaking of Emily, Steph, I feel like you mentioned it.
Hit a bomb site that's completely empty. Only a couple of traps there from Athena. Excuse me, from our player Tia. Almost the same pronunciation.
So many of these guys are just mirror image names.
I know.
As we say that, I mean, the scoreline, it's a mirror as well. It's close in. They're worried about the possibility of a flank. And so he has a chance to catch Emily out here completely for free. That's a good advantage for TSM to find. The normal blazing speed of these retakes hasn't come out, but now it does. They're running into the site in graffiti. Ari taken out. It's laborious, but you'll find the frag. And Dignitas, they're getting everything that they need here. Out comes Zoe, though. They're holding the defuse. Thea off it from Zoe. A 1v1 now. And Rain, she will find that as well. The spike was hacked. There's plenty of time. And Dignitas pull it to 11. Just below the window, knows utility, setting both ways past her, and she'll eat some flames from her teammate. On the site, though, look at the setup for Dignitas. Everyone is here. Everyone is ready. And Elite has a great position. When will she swing, though? When will she decide to fight? Now is the time. One frag. She'll dismiss away, and she'll regain. She will retain that man advantage for Dignitas. TSM is just getting dismantled. Sholiana finds Emily. Now it's just this one player, these two actually remaining, and with that, Dignitas, they take it. We're seeing the breach, the new man on the composition for Dignitas into play. And here they come up ramp. Great setup, but the blinds go both ways, and Rains are a little more efficient. Still, the breach utility getting thrown at them. Rain is holding tight, though, trying to fight them off, but Cap gets one onto Milk. Now A main still open. This Heaven fight conceded by TSM, but they don't have a smoke for Heaven right now. And Joliana takes that opportunity and uses it. Kath now coming into the backside and has the spike to be planted, but it's a 4-on-3 retake. However, look where Ari is. Great flank opportunity here to come back in. There's at least 3 TSM players in this position, or I'm sorry, that's a Dignitas rather, but with that, they take care of her. And now just the players on site left standing. Look at the health on them. They're sitting pretty, and they pull it to a 2v2. The health so low. Kath, another right click on for 4 as it's Rain left on the site. These 2 players playing it smart, playing it well, but now the teammate has been felled. Both players in close, and Kath cleans it up. 4 for her as TSM can impact. That would be huge, but this round will be tough for them. Heaven Control this time found a bit easier than it was early on in this map, and now they're going to start to come out. Killjoy Turret doing something, and Dignitas, the players on site, doing great work. That's Milk jumping up with a frag, now over to the pistol to find Zoe as well. And as soon as the round started, Arya is now left on her own. They have suspicions that a flank is a possibility, but no one's holding for her directly. Here comes her opponent, the other Omen on the other side, holding close. And the smokes could lay some deceit, make them think she is elsewhere. No one's checking quite yet. Ari, I mean, she needs something for free here. She needs a free opportunity to make this an option. Can grab the spike. The spam not going to come through in time. And I'm not sure if they saw her heist. They did. They'll hear her run away, but she will get stunned. That buys a lot of time for Dignitas, and they're actually going to beat her up towards Heaven. Rain ready for this, but Ari wise to it. Teleports across, ready onto the B site. Spike will come down, and that's huge for TSM because she can't do anything else with that HP, but she at least gets that extra money in their bank, and like we talked about, they do dare.
Yep. Yeah, and they're deciding to take this slow as they're on a pistol situation here, so maybe they are gonna keep it for next round too, as we have a dig push. It's not really successful as Milk is gonna fall, even though she's the only one that got a kill. TSM getting a triple kill into that failed Dignitas push with revolvers. They will not need to use their utility heal here, Mimi. They're in a station where we have a teleport into the A bomb side. Spike is gonna get planted, and now Dignitas in a 2 versus 4 retake. Wow, it's gonna be a difficult one.
How did that fall apart for them? TSM, they were so ready for the push. They were ready to find the picks. And the individuals with the sheriffs had a lot, but I mean, with Dig's economy, it's looking like they might just want to cut their loss. Emily and one other holding on to those. Rain now trying to spam through the smoke, the Phantom, but she'll be blinded away. And this execute is out very quickly from TSM, but Dignitas, they seem ready for it because they find 2. Now the trade's coming back in, but the showstopper keeps them away. But TSM, they're forced to regroup, reassess the situation. Zoe has the Rolling Thunder. I don't know if she even is going to consider using it here. Already, a push down mid. TSM, they're getting locked into this position. They have to fight their way out soon.
This round, I have to mention how great the paranoia coming out of Dig onto Rain. How good it was. She got paranoid herself. And then sent it back, really stopping the push from TSM. But as I mentioned, I thought it was a done deal for Dig, but it's now a 1 versus 2. It's a doable round for Zoe, but timer's running low, 20 seconds, spike down in the site. It's doable, but pretty hard.
Not gonna happen. The B site is completely in the hands of TSM. Spike still waiting to get planted, but it should be able to come down soon. as Dignitas come over and get ready for this. They're actually going to start to push into defender side spawn. This means that it's going to be harder to use the lockdown. Here comes the Bucky. 2 frags from Zoe, make it 3. The Bucky doing all the work necessary, but Milk still finds a response into this. Still finds a way back in, but they have this control into defender side spawn, and they even want to fight into heaven. Look, the flashes are ready. They're not giving Dignitas an inch. Everything is contested, and everything's getting taken care of, except for Sholiana and Milk, who are still in this, still alive. But a Rolling Thunder available for Zoe. She'll use it. That'll knock Milk off the spike, but she gets it half. Swing up, she's stunned, and Emily closes it.
What a round by Emily. 7-5 scoreline, first to 13. Remember that magical round and that fault line here. Giving a lot of room for TSM to move up, but Zoe is gonna fall to Tia here.
Getting taken off pretty early in the round. We see the Sage Wall cuts rotations off and over. Towards the other side, Kath picks up Milk. So now this is into a 4-on-4. Kath still holding behind this wall. The TSM players, well, they're actually going to rethink their ideas. They will begin rotating towards B, as that is where Dignitas wants to take them. See Killjoy rotating into heaven. Emily holding close, but is forced to reload.
Oh no!
And it's an awkward situation for Emily, as Sia finds her practically for free. Now TSM at a heavy disadvantage, 1 player down, have to try and retake this site.
Spike planted.
Spike is gonna get planted, and TSM is on a retake. 3 versus 4. It's gonna be a really difficult one. It's all gonna matter. Gonna depend if Ari can get the kill, and she does connect with 1. TSM successfully getting the entry frags, but now it's a 1 versus 2. Ari, so much to do, but Emily in a really good position, although she's gonna get fault line.
On this execute fault line up, she's stunned. Here comes Milk though, but the blinds are continuing to come out each way. No one can see towards this backside, but Milk has a flank, and Ari doesn't expect it, but still gets the frag before she's felled by Rain. Now there is the remainder of Dignitas holding on to the site. TSM just this lighter buy to retake, but Kath has a rifle. She's a big factor in this, especially with how Dignitas are positioned. Everyone except the player who just died is on the site, and they'll be bought time, but here comes the showstopper from Emily for 2, and Sholiana in the backline finds a frag, a second as well. She could still do this, especially with the Rolling Thunder staff. That won't knock Emily off the bomb, and it won't stun her either, but Sholiana still gets the pick. Now it's into a 1-on-1. Very doable for her. Only 4 bullets, but how much does she need? It's halved. Not a lot of time, but she'll swing out, and Sholiana wins it.
We were in or head into a dig save round here as they're taking a free A bomb site. Wow, Mimi!
This is,
I don't even know what to say here.
Yeah, let's reset a second, because it is
reset.
a save round. It is a save round for Dignitas, and TSM, they're hoping to have better odds here, but Sholiana, she is a menace right now, doing everything for the team. Paranoia is good, but look where the Omen is teleported up. Great crossfire from Rain, finds the first, catches Kath off guard as well. And that's the resurrection back into things. Milk stunned, killed as well by Emily. And the Rays, you know, while we were watching everything towards ramps, we'll just do a nice little cleanup to remove Dignitas from the site. TSM
really helped Dig get confidence coming into this bomb site. But look at what we have on our minimap. Almost all players are ready towards B. The spike is gonna get planted, and we're in a retake situation for TSM.
Yeah, Sholiana in main, holding in this dark cover. You see the 1 frag going for TSM, so they have advantage in the retake, but 1 in hell holding close. The nade finds a frag, but so does Milky, and Sholiana adds in before Athena manages to take care of the Rays. So into a 3-on-2 now. Showstopper available for Emily, and she'll get a frag with it. There, that connects. And now it's just Sholiana, but who else but her to close this out? Blinded away, stuck in main, holding on the spike, and no matter what she can do, she's stunned, getting absolutely harassed with utility, and can't find it. TSM, they are in this yet, Steph. Overtime play for Dignitas. TSM, though, they get an entry from Emily, and out comes the hit really quick from Milk. She takes flak on the way up and over. Athena down low finds 1, but Dignitas, they're picking up 2 frags. 10 seconds. Spike initiated, and TSM, they'll be relegated to a retake. The nade from Emily finds 1, though, so a 1v1 for the game. Kath, Thea, opposing sides, opposing ends. Kath just the judge still. He wants to upgrade and hold on, but look where Thea is. Planking through heaven. This could be the end of TSM. Kath holding the spike to half. She's holding on to this. Will Kath come out? No, she won't. It's Thea to close it out in the closest possible affair. It's Dignitas for the 2-1.